The Midnight Masquerade. In the small, isolated town of Ravens Hollow, the annual Midnight Masquerade was the highlight of the year. The tradition had been passed down for centuries, a night where townsfolk donned intricate masks and elaborate costumes, blending identities and abandoning inhibitions. This year, however, the masquerade would be different. Elena had always been enchanted by the allure of the event. She loved the mystery, the thrill of not knowing who was behind the mask. As she prepared for the night, she chose a deep crimson gown and a mask adorned with feathers and gems, ensuring she would be unrecognizable. As the clock struck midnight, Elena joined the throngs of masked revelers. The grand hall was illuminated by flickering candlelight, casting eerie shadows on the walls. The atmosphere was electric, filled with laughter, music, and the clinking of glasses. Yet, despite the festive air, Elena couldn't shake an uneasy feeling gnawing at her. She spotted a figure in the crowd that made her heart race. The person wore a plain white mask that covered their entire face, devoid of any decoration. The simplicity was unnerving amidst the extravagance around them. The masked figure seemed to be watching her, their eyes following her every move. Elena tried to lose herself in the celebration, but she kept feeling the stranger's gaze. As the night wore on, she decided to confront them. She weaved through the crowd, but each time she got close, the figure slipped away, blending seamlessly with the other guests. Frustrated, Elena found herself in a dimly lit hallway away from the main event. The noise of the masquerade faded, replaced by an eerie silence. She was about to turn back when she felt a cold hand on her shoulder. She spun around to find the masked strangers standing inches from her, their presence both chilling and intoxicating.
"Why are you following me?"
Elena demanded, her voice trembling. The figure said nothing. Instead, they reached up and slowly removed their mask. Elena gasped, expecting to see a familiar face, but instead she was met with a void, a swirling darkness where a face should have been. Panic surged through her as she stumbled backward. The figure advanced, and Elena's mind raced. She remembered the old legends whispered by the elders, tales of spirits that roamed the masquerade, seeking souls to claim. She had always dismissed them as mere stories, but now, faced with this unnatural being, she wasn't so sure. Desperation took over, and she bolted back towards the grand hall, hoping to lose the spirit in the crowd. But no matter how fast she ran, the figure was always just a step behind. She burst into the hall, her scream for help drowned by the music and laughter. Frantic, she tore through the crowd, searching for anyone who could help her. Her eyes locked on a familiar face, her best friend David, wearing a golden mask. She rushed to him, grabbing his arm.
"David, you have to help me! There's something following me!"
David turned to her, his expression hidden by the mask.
"Elena, calm down. It's just a party. There's no one here."
"But I saw it. It had no face."
Elena cried, looking over her shoulder. The figure was gone. Confused, she turned back to David, but he too had disappeared. The room seemed to shift and twist around her. Faces she recognized melted into unfamiliar masks. The laughter took on a sinister tone. Panic set in as she realized she couldn't distinguish between reality and illusion. The masquerade was a trap, a lure for unsuspecting souls. Elena was caught in its web, a never-ending dance with the faceless figure, forever lost in the Midnight Masquerade.
If you enjoyed this video, so please like, share, and subscribe.